And all these organizations, it's not to say their funding did not come from government. You check? So it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, but we hold on.
Yeah, so you
Hold on that, hold on, going back into that Mr. Foley over thing again. Going back into that. No, we're not going back into Mr. Foley because we keep spinning back. Every time we talk, it always spin back to Mr. and them Foley. What we have to do going forward, no forget them, man. As we have to try our best. Establish them and it's for them. We need to establish how we're going to deal and get rid of them. And second, we need to articulate a vision for Dominica going forward. Not a political idea, a vision that is executable and doable for our people. When we talk about the airport, an idea that was born prior to 1975 that cannot be executed in the year 2020 is a failure on every political party. Misha's had 15 years to bring it up. She had it when we had the most money making as a country, didn't come. PJ had an idea, they overthrow PJ before it could get executed. Workers by land in the year 2000, 20 years later, Labour have to do a shit all on the airport land to get us advanced into nothing. We need to hold our governments accountable on every level. We need a vision going forward. We need aims in our country going forward. Because without an aim and our vision, we will accomplish nothing. The things we praise in Dominica, for example, the roads they laid on in Cornwall Street there around the election, that smooth pavement. These are the basic things anybody can do on a piece of land. No, but even simpler than that, if I give you a piece of land that is all bush, you're going to cut a track to build a house. And you wouldn't be stupid like Isaac to say you're going to build the airport before cutting the road. Because Isaac is the only person that say you're building the airport before you cut a road. That's how stupid the man be. The roof here? You're right, the roof. You're right. You're right. So it is easy to see where we are during our 2020 independence. We are not an independent people. We have become dependent. We may even have become colonies. We are colonies of foreigners. Samuel Hayden, the Chinese, all other foreign, Anthony Hayden, all other foreign investors. What? We put down the Bajans? It doesn't matter who we put down, man. We just replacing foreigners with foreigners.
Yeah, they get their
They're still there.
They get their bingo with
They're still there.
They get their bingo with
They're still there.
Yeah, they're there, but somebody else.
We are colonies of China.
Okay, this is a company based out in Dominican Republic.
But if you talk some Bajan guys,
They have a branch in Barbados.
the guys I know that I see, they want to have a
I think Barbados is where they have their design office. They have a design office in Barbados.
And you see what has happened to us, what has been happening for the longest while. That's our structure of our business so it can work for us. All of them are coming and asking job. Them are just telling us, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. But we just never tell them what we want and tell them. We just never talk to them. They never talk to them. Like they're drinking and well, clapping and on the street telling them people things. We have to be the ones telling these people what we want, when we want, and how, and then we have to be there into it. You know what I'm saying? You have to participate in it. We can't, them understand that they can do that. And yeah, then just, boy, them man, 10 years ago, the man do it first. 50, when they bomb up, so long man, they will be in the airport and we just, boy, and we just tell like, boy, man, I say just, extra story after story, and march after march, and we just, yeah. Because we never holding them accountable, my brother.
The people are learn that they want to learn beg or they
I know.
so they have to get that off the people that kind of learn begging and borrow business. So if you come back to the working class people, build our nation back, build our country back, take our rights back.
You have to understand that when you're in a position of leadership, it cannot be the people like in a captain say your ship, you can't be the first person to jump off when the ship will sink. You as the leader, as the captain. You know what I mean? It cannot be you that are more comfortable than everybody. We come there, we got a mission, and you don't have enough beds. You cannot be the one that will be more comfortable while man cannot sleep and man stand up. You the leader, you have to ensure that your soldiers and them irie. But things really that people normally come and say like, the boss man to be comfortable so I can help you. And man should come comfortable to help you.
The cycle change.
So I say them and spin that
The boss man have to be uncomfortable so you be motivated to help.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
But we help people.
But to help himself, so they want him to, so he make them understand that he has to be comfortable to help them, but what? Help, make him comfortable to help him. Make him comfortable to help himself and his people.
Okay, that's what
Well, anyway, that was Karen Tucker, sir. Yeah, no, but you see, he's part of the problem. But the main focus of the problem is the system. He's not the system, he's part of the system.
System is the people, right?
It's not
No. Right, brother.
structure.
That's it.
The check. But no,
Man, don't ask me questions.
we have to look at things to check because I mean we have a constitution that affords certain rights. That constitution was derived by certain people, you know. First of all, we don't know the people that write the constitution. The constitution was handed to us by England when we got independence. England in themselves do not really even have a constitution, from my understanding. But they gave us a constitution after we
they gave us what they have. They gave us what they have written down.
Some
after we got it's not really just about the rules and orders. Check the constitution within itself is not just from England. Remember now, throughout the world you have the Declaration of the Human Rights and all them things. The constitution is a reflection of them things, so we have to think of that too. You have the International Declaration of Human Rights and all them things there. So when you have the formation of I think it's United Nations, United Nations and so on. So these things kind of, that is what that giving we the people that document the constitution, that is what that granting us our human rights, we check as people in a society, we check of the document that ensuring our freedoms, our rights as a people in a society. The constitution, you check, and when we're looking at independence, we cannot not discuss the constitution, you check me, because the constitution is what establishing all these things, you check, giving the independence to the people, empowering the people. Remember the preamble of the constitution discussing a lot of them things, you check, a society of free men, your dignity, your pride, you check me, the economy, the distribution of wealth within the economy, within the society itself, you check me, it's supposed to be the benefit of all and not just a few, or a few taking advantage of the majority, or whichever other way it is presently, and we all know the situation that we are in today. check. So it's like when you look at these things, brother, you check yourself. I just look at it as these people have violated our rights as beings, has violated our human rights in violation of the Constitution. You check. So you understand. You check. So it's like that is what that giving us the right to even be able to sit here and have the freedom of speech to speak. You check. So if now the ability to associate with whoever you want to check the freedom of association, freedom of assembly, you check, you check. So all them things is granted under the Constitution of Dominica. You understand the check? And the same thing Bourgeois was trying to tell too, that it's not just about the activities, but we have to look at the things that establish what we are. Yeah, you check. Yes, because it's true, because it's a social agreement amongst the people of the members of the society, the citizenry. We have to acknowledge it. You check.
I think why I think we gifted that so-called independent constitution so quickly is because we are out of all of the nations that so-called under the Commonwealth state of Britain is the only one country that carried the Commonwealth attached to our name. So I think that is one that make it we accept that so easy because we still we're not so independent, being part of the Commonwealth when we reject it. And he's one of the only ones that carry the Commonwealth law and the Commonwealth has done
But you know, I see on to the Constitution, you check, because it's through the Declaration of the Human Rights. You check, with these things were established, I think, after World War, the Second World War. I can't remember exactly, you check, but at the end of the day, it's one that really bring about democracy and bring about the whole standing of we having rights as a people. You check when we fight for the slaves that fight from slavery and so on and establish certain rights. What you eat as a country, the first black nation, live free, Western black nation. You check, so it's like people now, we have to look at these things. You check, today, tomorrow, we're supposed to be celebrating independence. Where is the respect to our constitution? All the institutions in our society that are supposed to be upholding the constitution, where are they? You check. What have they done for the people, the furtherance of the society? What have they done for the empowerment of the people? You check. So it's just like what we were speaking about from earlier on. You check, you have all them different. And it's like now we understand what it is. We know that the constitution has been violated. We know it. But it's up to us now to upkeep our constitution. It's up to us now to agree that we put our constitution, which gives us that right, that dignity, that freedom of speech, that everything, that social agreement that we have with one another and with the system, that binding document that's supposed to establish the Commonwealth of Dominica as a democratic nation, right? Are we going to stand and defend this document and defend the agreement, that social agreement that we have in between every one of us? You know, and that is why I will always say it boils down to each and every individual. That is where it starts. At the individual, you the individual, you have to reflect on these things and like we have been saying, participate in your nation, check, and you have to build the courage, you have to be able to have the courage to overcome the fear of being kept away and being ridiculed and being taken advantage
There's
of.
nothing to fear, but fear itself. There's nothing to fear. You cannot go lower than we can't get worse than we are right now. Why would I mean? Basically, right now, 42 years later, 42 years later from that independence, right now, we need to establish true independence. We need to establish true independence. We need to sit down, reflect. That has to be at the forefront for us right now to establish real independence, because as far as I'm concerned, the whole 42 years is false independence. We now have to establish real independence, and for us to do that, we need to sit down as a people together and, like Buju said, the vision. We have to have a vision for the country, vision for our island, a vision for us as a people, what we want to achieve, what we want to see from ourselves and our children and things like that. You know what I mean? And we need to establish true independence. That means we need to be, we're not dependent on anybody. You know what I mean? We're not dependent on anybody doing things for us. We have to be able to sustain ourselves. We have enough things.
Yeah, because here, like now, we talk about resilience. Resilience. Every talk nowadays is about being resilient. But how could we be resilient when we're dependent on an outside world? Every project in Dominica is run by a foreign company.
What I can say about
Major
resilience,
project, and yet still we're talking about resilience.
what I can say with that resilience,
Resilience
in
we're going to see a few days of rain, and yet how many roads been blocked, places been, and yet still a first, they call it climate resilient nation.
but the resilience I'm telling you, Pyro, the resilience we have as a people is that we're taking blows, and we're just taking blows. That's the resilience we have. Beating us, take a look at the rest. Resilience. Who's more blows? Give me a bumbo. Who's go? Resilience. Yeah, that's resilience. That's resilience with me. I know that, my brother. That's kind of resilience. That's kick me. I'm resilient. No boy. That is what they most do. Yeah, man, that resilience, yeah, man, no boy. No boy. I am not understand. That is the resilience. That is most in the resilience. We give them blows. We give them blows. We don't take them blows. The resilience.
But at the end of the day, everything has to come to an end, you know.
Yeah, man. Enough is enough, Rasta. No, I can't
yeah, but apart from the money, you check, that is where your pride and your dignity. Man don't depend on money, you check.
I don't know.
But you see, in the life, everything does come to an end. Everything.
Yeah, man.
You check me.
Even
our life in itself going to come to an end.
Never think twice.
Each of us.
People taking advantage of people. I can't see that, my brother.
Each and every one of us going and pass.
Who you be? Look, you live.
So when we sit down there and allowing people to take away our pride and dignity, I cannot celebrate independence.
No, boy, not me, boy. I never nothing about independence, boy. But listen, until we finally we become truly independent, then we can celebrate. But there's nothing to celebrate, my brother. What are we celebrating, my boy? Rubbish at you, my brother. I tell you, since I know myself, as from growing up, I cannot stand to see nobody get taken advantage of. Nobody. I cannot stand injustice. I always, and it's embedded in me. Check it. So it's not now we're going to change. I'm not going to change now. Check it now. It's on the street. We have to do something. We have to do what we need to do to fix that. We have to do what we need to do to gain true independence and to become, you know, we have to take ownership, take control of our country, brother. We have to participate, we have to stop just allow saying them man thing and let those people handle that and we handle it. No, they're not doing what they are supposed to do. Why do we take things we were looking otherwise? They're just doing rubbish all over the place, you know what I mean? And nothing is being achieved. We're not achieving nothing. We're just going down. And we like, right now, we like, Paro, we're like consumers, we're just consuming. We're just importing, we have nothing exporting, we have nothing manufacturing, we have nothing, my brother. We've been buying our own, put our name on a thing and producing it somewhere else and importing it. fully. Oh, let me tell you, we just have to just, I don't know what else that have to happen for the plan to get the courage to do what needs to be done to stand up for their rights. But it's time, yeah. That independence there, I don't know what all it was. There's nothing to celebrate. Nothing at all. Tomorrow, man, independence, my independence, I can take a sweat. The usual thing I do, I can take a sweat. The boys and them, I can take a sweat. Community of service, we come on our headquarters, right across there, we come and clean our yard. We clean our yard. We come in there and we're going to clean up our headquarters. You know what I mean? All hands together, we're going to do whatever we do. You know what I mean? Clean our surroundings and we're good. But this is independence. The man can hold independence. When we truly independent, we celebrate independence. So for now, they are not to celebrate. You can give their speech, you can give all the fancy speech and all the bullshit. Yeah. Right now, that administration, time up, my brother, you don't do any work. You don't go, you fail in the business. The business Kool-Aid. Business has nothing in it right now. Nothing. The business Kool-Aid. And if you pull your business, you cannot steal a bunch of, well, you get money to pay you, my brother. Still have a big boy. Business, I tell you.
Yeah, man, tomorrow, 3rd of November. Independence of Dominica. 42 years as a nation. 42 years, what have we done as a society?
That independence
This is a question that we have
just
to
like this Columbus discovered.
We have to ask ourselves this question. We really have to ponder upon that question. What have we as a people
accomplished in 42 years of independence?
Yeah,
that's the question. What have we accomplished? 42 years, come out under England, 42 years, we say we're independent. What have we accomplished?
How have we empowered one another? How have we empowered our people? What have we done?
There's nothing independent about us.
Serious question.
Nothing independent about us at all. Right through from day one till now, 2020, nothing independent about Dominica. Nothing. We're dependent. More than ever. Right now is worse.
Yeah, right now they're at the
lowest settlement in terms of dependence. What is it meaning of independence, man? When you can celebrate independence and we just say dependence on everyone, we just beg, give us now, build to us now. We can't build for ourselves. Are we independent there now? And we can't build our
Oh no, this is looking to the IMF.
You know what I mean?
For more loans again.
Independent means also be producing things to generate income for yourself. It's supposed to be, you know what I mean, providing things, doing for yourself, building for yourself. There are a whole lot of companies just plant this here and man second like they doing for us. Just give man and just give man our own money, man. Just give man our money and company our money and company building apartments for us. How we do it? We can build apartments. We go own money. You have to get somebody. No independent, my brother. Nothing to celebrate, my brother. In the street, hasn't been independent and still is not. And it's worse. It's gone from just down to below zero right now. We are independent in this country. My people, I don't know how you've seen it, but my independence, November 1st, I'll be taking a sweat on the football, basketball, prayer as usual, And on the 4th, we come together and clean up our community, clean up our environment around us, clean up our surroundings. That's what we're doing.
Yes, independence. You have to remember our constitution. Our constitution. The constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica establishes the democracy. Because right now, as an independent nation, we really have to question whether we are democratic or not. As far as I can see, and as what the evidence has been showing, is that we have been developed into a kleptocratic society, which basically means we are being ruled by a gang of thieves. Yeah. People are dependent on government for every aspect of their life, and that's not good. People are supposed to have autonomy. Back in the day, it was about decentralization of government, giving autonomies to the communities, local government. You had empowerment of the communities. You used to have empowerments of the communities, But presently you have concentration of authority in one department basically, or in one sector of the government, which is pure micromanagement of the country and its affairs, the people, and it takes away the independence, it takes away the empowerment. So tomorrow, 3rd of November, when we should be celebrating 42 years as a nation, an independent nation, it should be a great opportunity for us to reflect on how we have become, who we have become, who we are, where we would like to go, and to see that our people, we as a society, we as a people, we are not empowered. Our resources have been controlled by foreigners. We're living in a society where we see institutions have been named after foreign. I don't even know how to describe it, because when you name a hospital after China, Dominica, China, friendship, it's like you're telling the people you don't even see nobody in the society that deserve to reach on a level of recognition by the society in itself. So it's like you spit on the people in one way, and we should have people that are empowered enough and people that have contributed to our society enough that can be our heroes. I mean, after 42 years, we should have heroes, not just talking about the slaves back of the time of slavery, when you hear people talk about the Congo and Bala and so on. Check. I mean, right now, what about our modern times? Check me. What about the people that contribute to our society? Check. We see all now, so we in the community supposed to be able to say, well, yes, this person and such a person. Check. We supposed to be able to contribute to our development. We supposed to, and that is what it is. You cannot develop a society and not develop the people. The people is who is the society. We are the society. So if you're bringing in foreigners to do everything and everything is foreigners, the people are not being developed.
Yeah, man. And the people are not involved in the development. Oh, yeah, we're not.
So right here now,
People that do everything in the society, the country, the state.
right now, people have to really look at it, and you have to look at what empowered us, what that giving us, what that's supposed to give us that empowerment, our constitution. And it's very important that we examine our constitution, we look at where it is lacking and how we can improve it. And I believe that is something that really needs to be done. It has been done, revised twice. None of the recommendations have ever really been implemented.
They've been discussed.
And the constitution first, just like you okay. You go by court, you might just two first thing you report.
You understand?
Everything you jump
Yeah.
man, you understand what
And that is why now I was telling Tola earlier, the constitution is not just a matter of, because when you have the international human rights, a lot of things established, you check democracy, you check, and it's the constitution. A lot of them things come down in the constitution that establishing we can be able to assemble, we can be able to speak. I mean, yes, we have had our people from the past, our ancestors, our forefathers who fought and established certain types, and it was passed on in the constitution also. You know, like even if it didn't come directly from them, but the other struggles, the declaration, and we have to examine that document. We know for certain that it has been violated.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man,
to be celebrated independence when we know that the document which establishes such independence has been violated, we should come together. We should definitely, that is more than a reason for us to take a stand.
yeah, man.
And that is more than any reason for us to be able to fight for what is right and fight for our society, fight for us.
Yeah, man, basically, like like you say,
In the
you
past,
have,
I've some-
I always want to break it down on a level, you know, your company, and you have your rules that guiding, that guiding your company, and then you put someone to manage it, and they just ignoring it and just doing, you know, whatever. That cannot be, they cannot allow that, you understand me? And we have to fix that. Yeah, so the people and them, you know, just you know, just in closing, you know what I mean? Just want to tell the people and them that, you know, we need to participate in the building of our nation, we need to participate in putting our country back, putting it on the right, back on track. It's way off track, we need to put it on track. It's like it just fail, yeah, it just derail, yeah, man. We need to fix the track and then put it on it. You understand me? So we need to stop, fix the track, put the train on the track, and let's guide it properly. Let's be more involved. Let's not turn our backs and the fellas will take your things. No, we have to all be involved. We have to come together as a people and put all differences aside. Dominica, the land of our birth, where we, you know, the land that's our home. You know what I mean? We need to stand up and do right by it. You know what I mean? And the people that are doing all violating it and doing all the wrong things, we need to make, they have to suffer the consequences. We need to deal with them. And we need to deal with them accordingly. And we need to fix our place. We need to fire people and fix our thing and get it right. We need to get it right, okay? Yeah, man. We don't know big up all the, hail up all the people and the viewers and them constant listeners and viewers, you know, for the support. You know what I mean? When we, you know, soon, the t-shirt soon come, everybody, t-shirt soon come, you know, we just getting them in the list soon. So, just a little patience, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, big up people, Maglo, yeah, Kirsten, Julian, Eli, aka 5 Cents, and the rest, you know. Big up Anifa. Yeah, man. Big up all the support all the time, you know what I mean? We really appreciate the encouragement and the comments, the likes, the views, the shares. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep building, we're gonna keep trying, you know, pushing, building the courage of the people and them, just get the people and them, you know, build the courage, build their you know what I mean? And to build them, get them strong, give them the strength and the courage to stand up and participate in the development of our country, man. System, you know what I mean? So, you know, like Pyro say, November 4th to reflect on the independence, the 42 years that we had gone. We need to reflect on that, and we need to really put things in place so we have first to have true independence. To really be truly independent, we need to come together and put things in place. We have enough, all the resources we need to be independent, but everything. So we need to come together and unite and make that happen.
Yeah, man. So, what we, as we reflect on independence tomorrow, and we reflect on the fact that we have lost our independence as people in our country, that we are going to aim to fight for what is rightfully ours. And all Dominicans out there, local and foreign, have to come together to take a stand. Because all hands on deck, as told us, say, we have to come together to take a stand. To take a stand for the Constitution, to take a stand for what is right, to take a stand for law and order, to take a stand for our economic future, to take a stand for the children, to take a stand for development, to take a stand for honesty, to take a stand for good governance. We have to take a stand as a people if we expect better from us as a people. Have a good night.
Yes, folks. Good night to everybody. Done.
Well, c'est journée à quoi les moun.
C'est les batteries là, tu vas dire souvent.
As you say, have a good night. Before I say something.